Welcome to the keel test. Ready?
Cut the head off.
Little keel.
The Vajra-Mushti.
Wow. Originating in India, the Vajra-Mushti is an edged knuckle duster. The unique design features sharpened blades on every side of the handle, making it a specialty weapon only wielded by well-trained Indian warriors. The sharp edges on all sides provided the user with a wide range of lethal attacks, from deadly stabs and slashes to devastating punches. A traditional Indian martial art where the weapon is tied to the fists of wrestlers has lineage dating back to the Middle Ages and is still practiced today by professional wrestlers in India using non-lethal knuckle dusters. Bladesmiths, welcome to the keel test. To find out what kind of lethal damage your weapon will do, I will take your weapon to deliver multiple lethal blows on this ballistics dummy. Kyle, you're up first. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right, Kyle, let's talk about your weapon here. I was worried about the finger welds that you had there, that they would be an issue, especially when I'm punching. No issues there. I like the fact that as it gets slippery, it gave me a very good grip. Overall, it is a beautiful piece, and your weapon will kill.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ben, your turn, sir. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. All right, Ben, let's talk about your weapon here. The edges are very sharp, but there are some sharp edges that you have in here. Every movement started to give me a little bruise and cut off some skin right there. But in terms of what this weapon will do, it will kill.
Thanks, Doug.
My hand.
All right, bladesmiths, welcome to the strength test. To test the strength and durability of your Vajra-Mushtis, as well as their overall construction, I'll be stabbing and punching into this sheet metal and chain. Kyle, you're up first. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right, Kyle, in this strength test, your two long blades held up great. The center blade here took some chipping on that chain. I'm looking at the grain in there, and it's pretty big. I would have liked to have seen that refined. But in general, these two blades held up well. Nice job.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben.
All right, Ben, you're up. You ready for this?
Sure am.
All right, Ben. Well, the first thing I feel when I pick this weapon up is its sheer mass. I mean, it's a heavy, heavy weapon. That did you some justice in the strength test. The only thing I could see is a little bit of glinting on the lower blade, but the middle blade, it took a pretty major deflection right here. It kind of cracked one more little hit here, and that would just come off. The main thing working against you on this blade is the rough inner surface. I couldn't really find a real comfortable way of getting this finger out of harm's way. But after the strength test is all in one piece, nice job.
Thank you.
All right, bladesmiths, we know your weapons can heal, and we know they are strong. Now it's time to find out just how sharp they are. To find out, we'll take your weapons and deliver some stabs and slices on these spice bags. Kyle, you're up first. You ready for this?
Yep.
Let's do this. All right, Kyle, let's talk about your weapon. It is comfortable. It's a good fit on my hand. It's got a pointy enough tip over there, but with that one piece where you're missing some edges, it was more of a jagged cut. When it came to stabbing and slashing on both weapons on each end, it'll cut. Good job.
Thank you, Doug.
Ben, your turn, sir. You ready?
Ready, let's go.
Let's do it. All right, Ben, let's talk about your weapon. The weight that you have here back up the cut because you have very sharp edges and the cuts are very deep. But my hand, when I'm making impact, still rubs on the inside of your handle. But other than that, sir, your beast, it will cut.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, guys, you guys both came through with unbelievable pieces of work. Unfortunately, we can only send one of you guys home with the title of Forge and Fire Champion and a check for $10,000. And our champion today is Kyle. Congratulations. Ben, unfortunately, you're not walking home the champion today. The time has come and I have to ask you to leave the forge floor.
All right. Thank you, guys. This was awesome, for sure. Good job, Kyle, amazing job. I busted my butt and honestly did the best that I could, so I don't have any regrets.
Well, Kyle, congratulations. You'll be leaving here with the title, Forge and Fire Champion, and a check for $10,000. Congratulations.
Thank you. My wife's gonna be super pumped when I tell her that I'm the next Forge and Fire champion.
What are you gonna do with that cash, man?
My wife and I are probably gonna use it for a down payment on a house.
That's cool. Absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
Cool.
18 months ago, I would have never imagined being here today. Hell yeah, I'm Forge and Fire champion.
The Dahomey Machete.
This lethal machete was once wielded by the legendary all-female army in Western Africa known as the Dahomey Amazons. The long, slightly curved blade flared out to a wide tip, giving the female warriors the ability to deliver fatal blows that cut cleanly through bone and flesh in a single blow. These skilled women warriors were an elite fighting force and extremely intimidating, often carrying trophies of their fallen enemies. The machetes were a powerful weapon designed to cleave through anything that got in their way. Today, the Dahomey machete can be seen wielded in the 2020 HBO series, Lovecraft Country.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. I will take your machete and deliver some lethal blows on this ballistics dummy. Alex, you're first. You ready for this?
Yes, sir. I'm most concerned about everything with this test. I'm not sure it's sharp enough. I'm not sure it's strong enough. I don't know what it's going to do to my blade. I have no idea.
All right, Alex, the bounce you have your blade is nice. For every cut, I can really control and feel like I'm chopping in there. The edge, no issues at all. It is still very sharp. More importantly, sir, your machete, it will kill.
Thanks.
All right, Adam, it's time to have fun with your blade. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir. I hope my blade doesn't break. I had a lot of setbacks making this blade. You know, I had to start over. I hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. I'm saying a little prayer. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break.
All right, Adam, let's talk about your weapon here. This is a very forward-heavy blade, but that forward weight really cuts deep into this ballistics dummy. Overall, sir, it will kill.
That's worth it right there. I can go home now.
All right, gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for the strength test, the shield chop. What I want to see on top of how durable your blades are is their effectiveness against that shield, all right? So, Alex, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Alex, obviously there's a bit of an issue. What happened here is you can see the grain size. It looks like 40 grit sandpaper, which is really, really large grain. And then right here, see that black?
Yeah.
That was a crack.
Okay.
So that crack existed probably during the heat treat. Once I hit just face onto the shield, it just cut loose.
Alex, we hate to see that. Your blade had a catastrophic failure, but you are not out of the fight just yet. Your blade broke on the fourth strike, so that means, Adam, in order to become Fortune Fire champion, your Dahomey machete must survive 4 strikes. You ready?
Yes. Everything is riding on these 4 strikes. I need my machete to hold together. I've got to make it through this.
Well, Adam, you survived your 4 strikes. That means you are the Fortune Fire champion, so congratulations. Alex, unfortunately, you didn't win this round. You crushed it in round 1 and round 2, but your time in the forge has ended. I'm gonna have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
Thanks. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm definitely proud of the machete that I made. Making something this big was quite a challenge. It's a learning process, so I'm definitely glad I had this opportunity. I'm glad I got to know all these other smiths. This was fun. It was a blast.
Well, Adam, your blade survived the 4 strikes. It's a beautiful beast, and it just won you $10,000 and the title of Forge and Fire champion. Congratulations, man. Well done. Is it everything you thought it would be?
And more. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Wow, what an experience. It's kind of surreal, but it's a great feeling. It's awesome. My family supported me, so kids, we're going to Disney.
The Mesopotamian sickle sword.
The sickle sword originated in Mesopotamia at the height of the Bronze Age, around 2500 BC. These sickle and curved-shaped swords often symbolized royalty and power, and were primarily wielded during ceremonies by kings and authority figures. Although these swords were not common on the battlefield, the belly of the blade allowed for quick, devastating blows and inspired designs for later weapons, such as the deadly Egyptian khopesh.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. So to find out what kind of lethal damage they will do, I'm going to take your weapons and deliver some lethal blows on this ballistics dummy. Jacob, you're up first. Ready?
Cut the head off.
Let's do that. All right, Jacob, let's talk about your sickle sword right here. Your edge is razor sharp. Coupled with the fact that this is a very light weapon, I can use velocity to really wield that sharp edge. It cuts deep into this ballistics dummy. And overall, sir, your weapon, it will kill.
Thank you.
All right, Robert, your turn, sir. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. All right, Robert, let's talk about your sickle sword. It's a very light blade, that much lighter than the other one. And the angle that you have in here lends itself to use not only velocity, but the sharpness of your edge to cut very deep into this ballistics dummy. And overall, sir, it will kill.
Thank you.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the strength test, the Armored Warrior Chop. Test the strength and overall durability of your Mesopotamian sickle swords. I'm going to be chopping into these armored warriors. Jacob, you're up first. You ready for this?
I don't think I get a choice.
You don't have a choice. What actually happened is your sword bit into the other sword by about 3/16 of an inch, and it took out this chip. And once that chip was gone, the whole sword blew up. Your grain looks good, but unfortunately, it's just this sword against that sword. This time, that sword won.
Yep.
All right, Jacob, we hate to see this happen. You gave us a beautiful blade, but unfortunately, it did suffer a catastrophic failure on the 7th strike. But you are not out of the fight yet, because Robert, in order to become the champion, you will have to survive every single one of those 7 strikes on the armored warrior. Are you ready?
Let's roll the dice.
All right, Ben.
Good job.
Well, Robert, the big thing is, it's one sword. Nice job.
Thank you.
Well, Robert, you made it through all the testing. Jacob, it's a beautiful piece of work. Unfortunately, due to your catastrophic failure, we cannot continue testing, and for that reason, I'm gonna have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
Thank you, gentlemen. It was an honor.
Thank you very much.
Very nice job.
Thank you.
You know, it totally sucks, but I really am proud of the blade I made either way. You know, they said pretty much nothing but good things about it up until it broke. And well, I'd totally come back for this and maybe get a shot at making it all the way through.
Robert, we never like to see competitors' blades break, but yours did not, and that makes you the newest Forge and Fire champion. You just got yourself a check for $10,000. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks.
Feel pretty good?
Crazy, dude. Crazy. Winning this championship, I think, has really pushed me to my limits, and then that makes me want to push them even more. Now I'm a champion, I'm going to go ahead and get my ABS Smith membership and just really refine my skills.
Oh. This is the elephant tusk sword.
Dating as far back as the 6th century BC, the mighty elephant was used during warfare, often armed with the fierce elephant tusk sword. This lethal weapon featured a socket that connected directly to the elephant's tusk. The double-edged blade was designed to inflict massive destruction as an elephant charged through barricades and ranks of enemy soldiers. Throughout history, there is evidence of thousands of elephant tusk swords being used in battle. However, only 4 pairs of these intimidating weapons still exist today.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the keel test. In battle, these swords were attached to elephants who just rammed across its opponents. Find out what kind of lethal damage your weapon will do. We're gonna go hog wild on this ballistics dummy. Jaden, you're up first. You ready for this?
Hell yeah.
Let's do this.
Ooh. Ah. I wasn't expecting his head to come off.
All right, James, let's talk about your weapon here. Every thrust was deadly. It went all the way through. What I do like is I can see the Damascus pattern on your blade there. Jaden, your elephant tusk sword, it will kill.
That's all I wanted.
All right, Matt, your turn, sir. You ready?
Hopefully my sword's not irrelevant after this test.
We're gonna have fun. All right, Matt, it penetrates very deep, and on the way out, it cuts. It's a weighted weapon right here that when it thrusts, see the hole right in the middle of the ballistics dummy? It destroyed everything in there. Your weapon right here, it will kill.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, gentlemen, the strength test. We've mounted your elephant tusk swords on our battering ram here, and I will be attacking that armored soldier. All right, Jaden, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
Jaden, I really have to commend you on the artistry of this blade. The low layer pattern really pops. The connections here are all really beautifully done. And for this test, that tip still has an edge. Everything is right and tight and true, and nothing's changed. Well done.
Thank you.
Matt, you ready to roll?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Matt, your blade held up fine. The tip, it's a little bit duller than when it started out with, but I wouldn't run my finger down this edge. So nicely done, it held up beautifully.
Thank you.
All right, bladesmiths, we know your weapons can kill, and we know they are strong. Now it's time to find out how sharp your weapons are. This is the sharpness test, the guillotine fruit slice. We're gonna take your elephant tusk sword, release it, and try to cut through the fruit. I want to see clean cuts all the way through. Jaden, you're up first. You ready?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Nice.
All right, Jaden, your edge here, cut all the way through cleanly. Bottom line, sir, your elephant tusk sword, you'll cut. All right, Matt, your turn, sir. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Matt, let's talk about your weapon here. The weight on this, it drives the cut all the way through. Your edge is sharp. More importantly, sir, it will cut.
Thank you, Doug.
Well, Jade and Matt, you guys both performed exceptionally well during your tests, but as you know, only one of you guys will be leaving here with the title of Forge and Fire Champion. And today's Forge and Fire Champion is Jaden. Congratulations, you won, man. Matt, unfortunately, that means you did not come out on top today. I'm gonna have to ask you to please step out.
I'm proud of the sword that I turned in. They were virtually the same performance. Good job, man.
Yeah, you too.
And Jaden's weapon, he turned in a work of art, and I think he deserves the title. First thing I'm gonna do when I get home, kiss my wife and crack open a beer.
Well, Jaden, that means you are today's Forge and Fire Champion. You're gonna be leaving here with a check for $10,000, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm the new Forge and Fire Champion, and I'm really stoked about it.
How old are you again?
19.
19 years old. That is extremely impressive, man.
Thank you. Woo! I'm so bad at emotion.
Genghis Khan's sword.
Sweet.
One of the most notorious rulers in history, Genghis Khan and his Mongolian army conquered the Asian continent through terrifying land seizures throughout the 13th century. Khan and his troops used the slightly curved sword to inflict deep and lethal attacks during horse raids, killing tens of millions of people in their path. This brutal single-edged blade was lightweight for sustained mounted combat, while the razor-sharp edge easily decapitated prisoners, which was often the tactic used when seizing new territory. Having established the Mongol Empire, one of the largest land empires to date, Genghis Khan remains one of the most prolific rulers in history.
All right, bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. To find out what kind of lethal damage your weapon will do, I will take your sword and deliver some killing blows to this ballistics dummy. Peter, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. All right, Peter, first up. Your edge is sharp, the balance feels good, but it did take quite a pronounced bend. But the more important thing is, it will heal. I timed that perfectly. All right, Doc Everett, are you ready, sir?
Let's do some surgery.
Yikes. All right, Everett, your edge is very sharp. It slashes nicely. Your tip punctures easily, cuts on the way out. With all these cuts, it will heal.
All right, gentlemen, it's time for the strength test. Now, to test the strength and overall construction of your blades, I'll be attacking our armored targets over here. Peter, you're up first. You ready?
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
All right, Peter. I'm going to start with your handle. I find it really comfortable. The way it flares towards the tip works pretty good for my hand. And I love what you did with this kind of low layer count Damascus. It's very dramatic. But we've got some very deep rolls on this edge. Yeah, there you go. You hear it? Those chips, that's an issue. But all in all, you did a good job. All right, Everett, you ready?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, piece of armor. All right, Everett, your blade still spot on. What I really like is the fact that that blade is at its widest point, maybe 3/16 of an inch. You don't need weight and mass for strength in a properly tempered blade. That's really good. You've got a section of blade here that's not quite as sharp as it was right there. All in all, I think you did a great job.
Awesome.
All right, bladesmiths, this is the War Banner Slice. To test the sharpness of your blade, I will take your weapon and slash across these war banners. Peter, you're up first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. So where your edge has a chip, you can see it catches and rips through the banner. Where it's not, it cuts nicely. Overall, sir, it will cut. All right, Everett, it's your turn. You ready, sir?
I think this beats the hell out of peer review.
All right, let's find out. Okay, Everett, your edge here does cut. It's sharp, it cuts in some of the areas. On some parts of it, it ripped, but overall, sir, it will cut.
Awesome.
All right, gentlemen, based on what we've seen in the weapons test, the judges have made their final decision about which of you is our next Forged in Fire champion. Peter, your sword took the most damage in our strength test. You had a rolled edge. and your blade bent. For that reason, I have to dismiss you from the forge.
I may not be the Forge and Fire champion, but I still think I'm a badass smith.
Well, Everett, your blade is comfortable, well-balanced, strong, and deadly, and that makes you the Forged and Fire champion, and that's a title that comes with a check for 10 grand. Good job. Come on forward and shake our hands, man.
This experience was really fun. It was really tough in a lot of places, and it's been a hell of a ride.